The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Gone, just like that.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am certainly not a baker. Time was the sight of the Fang used...
I take it you missed them.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask her.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work.
Recapture it? You know, I have to get back to the bakery right away.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Ah, there you are. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. Just look at it. Her steepled peaks, her false true. My loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without? And look, inside. Master, I have found my purpose.
Well, if it tastes half as unique... not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his... I don't know how you did it.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from it. You haven't much, but you're free to look. Keep fighting the good fight.
We are to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. You're...
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures, rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble,
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and...
All right. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid?
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in...
Oh, that. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard.
All right.
The crystals we get from the tail of all...
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the...
No, but I've heard something. Sam,
Where was this?
in Lawbert's Park, was out foraging for herbs when I ran back here as quick as my legs would...
I see. Seems Lawbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shield. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing?
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the...
Clive.
I found some black shields
Black shields, though they serve another master now. And it would appear the pack has finally caught. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. And bite back.
I'm sorry. You're going to... Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque.
I don't understand. Why him?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened, and fight it I did in my own. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true...
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. A means of ridding himself of his rivals. A mask to hide the rot beneath. His response, however, was... And he faced no punishment. I lost everything. The faith I had once held that any modicum of justice, so I set about enacting. I tracked down every soul who served him, but the man himself proved an alt with money and power, and so I saw that I would need an arm. I came here to Lostwing and
everyone here knows.
Of course. They too seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All our wounds are the same. We know where he hides. What we did not know until now, however, was that...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any... My friends and comrades...
I'm not going to change.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing. No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive? There you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought...
Sorry, I'm too busy for... I've got to get this thermal displacement stack.
Thermal.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in camp. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Good old Clive. First things first. The sack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapours away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going...
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else, I've got the designs and the list of material. Show these to Blackthorn.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Editors started reading books that don't have any...
Blackthorn.
Out with it.
It's for mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on, then.
She said you would know.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but... And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the start? Which one of these two
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? I'll go and scout the place out.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece you.
Fleece me?
In your own time.
Looks like I found the river. Now, where's Gav? Sorry to keep you...
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for all Black... Here... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And...
Oh, I plan after Blackthorn gets what he needs.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together, or beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid,
Yes.
I'll show you the plans. Here you see the Mithril engine, in which Mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve, in other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship.
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to... Where would I find...
Ah, yes. It's in... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there right away.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
time to fight.
You're finished!
Oh, there you are. The, ruins are just...
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't...
All right.
Back, are ya? Not saying Fornian, do you? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. And?
Is it business or pleasure?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Is that all?
Clive? What do you want? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. Yeah, that should do you. Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. Anything else?
Mid hasn't been a usual self.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set, which is why you need proper a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even... I need something light. But I've...
Well, if I were in need of obscure, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah. Well, I've got all the details written down. Can you take this to him?
Right away.
I think Mid might need some help.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
Harpocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mythis. Did you take a look at this?
Shielding for a... What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find...
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or...
Perhaps it is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from...
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obolus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what, if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, the knowledge of the past may...
Thank you, Hopper. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do is...
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's...
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. So, Clive, who will accompany...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a...
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely explored. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
And what can I do for you? Come back again.
Are those Pepio nuts? You can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nut? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the...
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush.
Fresh cuts! Come and get them before...
What can I interest you in today? I hope it's to your liking.
There's two.
What do you want?
Go on. take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to... But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself?
There was, yeah. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is fun, when we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew. How's work on the shielding progressing up?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Tarja, and now that we have all the...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions and...
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of...
Apparently, it'll be ready...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary?
Of course. Oh, and Clive... Thank you. It was nice, just being with you.
It appears our work... A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will be followed by a rigorous process of testing and perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Abba. better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother and father has gone.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision.
It's finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. Clark, that's one down and just 3...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to you.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance, and now she's so close to being finished. I've realized I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to... I want people to sail aboard her by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what...
Don't you always? All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, and put sod our plans, I'm trusting it.
Are you sure about...
Something tells me it's...
He'd be proud of you.
You,
I was.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the...
Aye, aye, Cap...
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship? Let's sail around the lake.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'll do anything to put off visit. No excuses, no.
Not quite. She said there was one final...
She said that?
She.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Kent.
Mid.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Oboleth.
Yep. Oh, you in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and... But anyway, I was on my... Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it.
Thank you, Oboleth. What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Camber. Well, I'll need...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty just like when we built it. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not...
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others more.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be... She's got some things to take care of.
I hope she's telling the truth. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you... I have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If it had been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
already, Karen. What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, man!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Crack the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him. Hopefully it's nothing. I got your note. You think something's wrong with...
So you can read, but I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he didn't like him. Which is why you've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is.
I suppose things have been different. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?